You know, D-Dub, we're about to play Top Run on a Nintendo Switch. Oh yeah. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you know what you like. This is D-Dub, and you know that I'm gonna be doing it all night. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Today we're checking out Top Run for the Nintendo Switch. I bought this just the other day, and I've been playing it for quite a bit of time. This is an endless retro runner style of game. Super fun, great music. Speaking of, let me throw on my cans real quick. I gotta plug this all up, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm all plugged up and I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? It's the 1980s, folks. Time to do this. So we got some cool stuff here. You can change your skin. You collect pixels, and you can pretty much go through here. Got a whole bunch of awesome 80s throwbacks. And the game's just super cool. It can be Smooth Kevin, Michael Jackson, anybody? Or you can do some ghost busting, and you can also change your puppy dog that you got here, so that's pretty cool. We got Ghost, Evil, Super Buddy. That's your dog buddy, by the way, and he's pretty cool. You can then also, by completing certain tasks, I guess they're sort of like achievements, you will be unlocking stuff for your apartment as well. And then there's also this kind of mini game here, which is, you know, it's an asteroids type of game. Oh yeah. Lean back. Lean back. All right, enough screwing around. Let's go ahead and get into, there's 2 levels. And I don't know how far exactly they span. It seems like they span quite a bit. So many different throwbacks to all sorts of different 80s stuff. But you just have a main shoot, and then you have a double jump. And then you can, of course, jump up and down from the different levels. You collect different friends. And then you also have, right up above my face, I should have probably put the camera on the opposite side, but you have a level for the floppy disks. That's what we're throwing here, is floppy disks. And then you have random stuff like this where, yeah, maybe the floor is lava, or the lights go out, it turns into like Neon Paradise. So that's pretty cool, but, oh. Whoops. Okay, so as you see there, collecting pixels. All right, we are back. I've switched my face to the other side of the screen. So you have different objectives here. Save 8 friends, start lava floor 5 times, use friend powers. And yeah, this game came out Wednesday, and today is currently Friday. Or no, it came out Thursday, and it's $5. So Endless Runner, which, damn. Endless Runner, that can pretty much be portrayed as endless fun, right? For the $5, all I had to see was a little bit of level design and just the screenshots on the eShop. I thought, man, you got double jump, I'm throwing floppy disks, and I'm running around in the 1980s where I can collect things and dress like Michael Jackson or a Ghostbuster. I'm not the biggest fan. There we got NTV. I'm not the biggest fan of Endless Runner games. But with like synthwave, techno, 80s style, I just thought, man, I gotta do it. And it's kind of addicting. There's plenty of enough objectives. And good enough music. And the lighting and the graphics, and, you know, it's basic pixel art style, which there's a lot of those these days. But I just figured I would give this game a whirl. You have stuff like the hoverboard, you get ice cream and different freeze rays where it'll stop time for a minute. You can run through enemies, so if you're on the hoverboard, you just kind of jump between the lines. There's power lines and stuff like that that I just went over right there. We got Lethal Weapon right there. So there's just all sorts of good 80s and 90s type of references. Oh, I forgot about that little cat head there. The 80s was just such a cool time. And as somebody that remembers some of the 80s, but still was living the 80s even throughout the 90s. I was born in the later half of the 80s, so I remember this kind of 80s look. And the music especially, like growing up being a kid, I remember all these kinds of things. So if you're not a fan, or I mean, you could still be a fan without having lived in that time, but if you weren't born sometime in the 80s or 90s, or even I guess the 70s, you probably won't really have much of an appreciation for this type of game. You'll probably just think that it looks weird, where if you don't remember VHS tapes and tape cassettes from the 80s and the invention of the Walkman and, like I said, VHS and the VCR, and even before that you had Betamax. Like if you don't remember that and all those types of movies from the 80s and the 90s, and just the kind of cameras they used, the kind of lenses, the way they developed the film for movies in the 80s, the way that it looked, the kind of music and the typecasting of specific characters that are pretty well renowned across like a bunch of different movies from that era. Like the certain typecasting of some of those characters are just legendary and epic, and they're just a part of society, as is a lot of the references in this game, whether it's Back to the Future or the floppy disk, or like I said, Michael Jackson. My concentration hasn't been so great as I'm trying to make a video here, but I've gotten pretty far in this. But you can see you collect the floppy disks, and you kind of have a certain amount that you can shoot before they run out. So your weapon is limited. You have to let a certain amount of time go by before you can start shooting off more of your floppy. I should have known. But at first I didn't have the double jump. That was something I unlocked. So we're gonna go back to the main menu. Knowing a pro tip is half the battle. That is true. That music though, I could sit on this for probably a good hour. I won't say all day. Can't afford it just yet. So I don't have 10,000. And I can't actually see behind my face up in the corner here. But I'm not exactly sure when I keep unlocking things for the apartment, like with that arcade machine, if I'm gonna get more of those, and if I'll be able to play other mini games that they've thrown in here. But let's see, we have different upgrades, so you can give your buddy dog a shield. Hover duration, I can make that better. Triple floppy duration. So that's pretty cool. You don't have many moves. And then you have different level unlocks. So double pixels will unlock at level 9. Triple pixels unlock at level 15. I don't know how much further that goes or what the cap off is for the level. But you can see at the bottom here, we got the different levels. So for the world, I don't know if there's any other levels past 8, if there's just a city, or if there's going to be something else like a skyscraper or like maybe a computer sim world. Damn, I didn't think he was gonna jump up. We're gonna try this one more time, and I just hope that I've explained enough this game to give anybody who watches this video just overall how the game is gonna feel, what it's gonna be like, what some of the upgrades are, what the references are, what this game's all about. Hopefully I've done a good enough job on that, and if I have, please feel free to hit the thumbs up, and if you're new to D-Dub, subscribe, because this is your source, not the source, but a source for a bunch of different video game related stuff on the Nintendo Switch mainly, but it's not always going to be like that. Got reviews, got opinions, got different discussions. Gonna have a podcast coming soon, so be on the lookout for that if you like reviews, if you like discussions, skit videos, you know, some of my editing and some of my skits. I got some ideas. Some of it just pops out of my head while I'm editing. Some of it is a little bit more planned. But if you've seen any videos on this channel, I just want to say thank you for watching any of those videos. And without further ado, I'm going to end the video here because once again I died. But before we do that, we're going to go back to that menu screen one more time. I'm going to turn this game audio up. Just in case you can't hear it, if you know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a D-Dub production. I hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you on the next time here on D-Dub. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit that like button. I will see y'all next time. Peace out. And I'm out of here. Well, I mean, I gotta end the video here.